Oh, oh yeah. What's going on, guys? It is 9:15 right now. I'm gonna wait a little bit for people to show up. Hopefully people show up. If not, I'll just answer some questions and talk about these three mirrorless cameras. Yeah, let's wait for people. In the comments below, I'll leave a link of where the video actually starts if you're watching this after um, the live stream. Oh boy. Hmm. Wow, this light is bright. I'm still waiting for 9:30 to roll along, and hopefully people will join. I don't expect many people to show up because I know that my channel isn't established, but if you're watching this after the live stream, I'll leave a link down below where the video actually starts. But in this video, we're going to talk about some Canon mirrorless cameras, M5, M100, M6. If you have any questions, just leave them in the chat window. Who's here? I see somebody. I hope the audio is coming through. Is my mic on? Let me check to make sure the mic is on. Oh yeah, mic is on. Ah yeah. Whew. I could test the audio with the laptop. Oh yeah. Oh, audio is coming through. Nice. If you're just joining the live stream, we're going to be talking about the Canon mirrorless cameras, the M5, M100, M6. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or the live chat. I'll get to your questions. Waiting for 9:30 still. Probably should have did a better job advertising this. I could do that now. Let's do this. Oh yeah, look at that. People are coming in. Still waiting for 9:30. What's my password? I got no clue. If you just joined, say hello in the chat. I'll see you if you have any questions and ask away. There you go. Just shared it on Facebook. For the people in the live stream right now, if you share this to social media or wherever you see fit, that'll help us out. Maybe we'll get a few extra people. What time is it? It's 9:23, 9:30, 7 more minutes. 7 more minutes. Where else can I put this? Twitter? I don't even know my password for Twitter. I would use my phone, but I'm shooting this live stream on the phone because the Wi-Fi network here where I'm at, this little mini studio, it's kind of slow. But it's interesting how wireless LTE is a little faster than cabled Wi-Fi would be. A few more minutes. I got no clue. Ooh, wow, that was... Okay, that's all I have on social media. I would post to Instagram, but I can't post on the computer. Who's here? Anybody know? Hopefully all the chat comes through my screen over here because I'm using the laptop for questions and chat thread. And the phone's going to be recording. Is that kind of bright? It's a little bright, isn't it? Oh well. $9:26. Maybe I'll get started, do an introduction. Oh yeah. Okay. Interesting, I have my phone on Do Not Disturb and the text still comes through. That's kind of annoying. But anyway. Oh yeah. What's going on, guys? If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing to the channel. I do, right now, currently I'm reviewing 3 Canon Mirrorless cameras, but I'm going to add other companies to the mix. Right now, today we have the Canon M6, the Canon M100, and the Canon M5. If you're a long-time subscriber to this channel and followed me throughout my videos, I've compared these cameras together and with other cameras. Welcome to the live stream. If you just joined, leave a comment in the chat or ask some questions. But yeah, what should I do? Should I get straight into it and answer some questions that I see a lot about these 3 cameras? Well, let's talk about these 3 cameras first. Let's start off with the cheapest one. By the way, this is not sponsored. I just love Canon stuff. Yeah, you know. Shout out to Canon, but sadly not sponsored yet. Maybe one day. But yes, this is the cheapest mirrorless camera right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. The phone doesn't focus well, but this is a Canon M100. And as I'm talking to you today, this goes for like $499. We got the next more expensive one. This is a Canon M6. And this goes for like $899 retail, I believe. And this is the Canon M5, which starts at like, I think $1,000 with the lens. But physical differences. The M100. I'm not sure if this is backwards. This is backwards? Yeah, it is to you guys, but I can't tell. Is it backwards? No, it's not. And the phone is backwards, but my screen isn't. So that's good. So M100 M6. As you can see on the M100, there's only a D-pad right here, and there's a few buttons, one dial. The one dial is nice, but with, like, say, the M6 or the M5, you have 3 dials. You can use one for shutter speed, aperture, and ISO. While the M100 just has 1 dial, and you have to select which one you want to use. Okay, don't die. You guys didn't see that. Okay. Besides the physical differences of each camera, oh yeah, and M5 is the only one with the electronic viewfinder right here. So if you put your eye into it, the main screen will turn off, and it will show up in there. I can actually show you that right now. It's kind of cool. It's kind of annoying too because, see, you can see myself in there. If you put your face into it, it turns off. But then again, this is my hand. And sometimes when you play with the camera while I need to, like, see, it turns off. It's a cool feature, but I wonder if you can turn it off. I'm sure you can, but I haven't really played with the M5 that much. Okay, M6. If you watched a lot of my vlogs, this is my workhorse right here. It's small. This is probably my most favorite mirrorless camera as to date. But this is going away soon because I'm going to play with the M5 with the electronic viewfinder. I haven't done any videos on it, but shooting photos with all 3 of these cameras with an EF adapter, I'll show you. Let me get one. Oh, I lied. I don't have it with me. Ooh, okay. Maybe not. Canon makes on these mirrorless cameras, the mount on here is called a EF-M. It's a non-traditional mount. A regular Canon lens is an EF lens. It's this EF. EF or EFS if you are shooting a entry-level DSLR. But there is an adapter for an EF-M, which is this mount, to a regular EF camera. Hey Jasmine, so you asked, how is the image stabilization? I actually did a video, I can't link it, can I, on this thing? But yeah, image stabilization, if you're familiar with the cameras, it's good. I personally would use just the lens stabilization and turn off the digital stabilization. Canon calls it in the video, they have like 5-axis image stabilization, but when you turn on the digital part of the 5-axis, it's kind of weird because if you're familiar with post-processing or, you know, Final Cut or Premiere Pro, there's a digital stabilization so you can stable out your video. And you have 2 options. You can do a warp kind of stabilization in digital, or you can do a pan or crop or rotation. From my experience on these Canon mirrorless cameras, it's kind of a warp stabilization. So when digital is on and you're shooting video and you move a lot, you can see the tearing and the warping of the images. It's kind of weird. It looks like you're going through like a sea when digital is on. It's not bad, but I have it off on my normal vlogs. It's good if you need it, but yeah, watch my video. It's somewhere in my video list for I shot it with the M6, but honestly, looking spec-wise of all 3 cameras, the only thing different between all 3 cameras is physical differences. Under the hood is pretty much the same. They run an APS-C sensor, which is a little smaller than a 35mm frame size, a full frame size, which is wow, woo, cough. It's the same sensor as, I'll show you, an 80D. I have that with me. It's amazing that Canon's actually pretty smart. They designed one sensor and put it in multiple cameras. I'll do this just for the thing so you can see the size of the sensor. How can I mirror lock up this for you guys? Nope. So that sensor in there, and the sensor, oh, I'm gonna kill my ADD, but oh well. Same exact sensor in this Canon ADD and all three of these cameras. I can't say much about what the processing, the CPU in all these cameras are, but I think they are the same. The oldest one is the M5, which has been out for I think 2 years right now, but honestly, in photos and videos, you don't see a difference in any of these cameras when it comes to automatic settings. When you come to manual settings, I haven't tested it, but in theory, if you're having the same sensor in all four of these cameras, it's great. I've actually shot, I'm trying to put the AD out of frame. I took the M6 out with, I would call it baller, regular Canon lenses. You know, the lenses that you see red rings on it, or the white lenses. I use those to shoot weddings, I use those to shoot engagement photos, and the client, even though I have this little camera on, I don't have a lens. Oh yeah, I do. I'll be back. I'll answer your question in a second, Jasmine. I think that's your name, is it? Yeah, Jasmine. Okay. So this is a normal portrait lens. This is a 70 to 200, 70 millimeter to 200 millimeter lens. This usually goes on a real DSLR, but with that adapter I was talking about, you can mount to any of these mirrorless cameras, and just imagine something this small as a mirrorless camera mounted to that thing, and it works very well. Okay, put that lens back. So Jasmine's saying, how do you get the buttery smooth image stabilization? I feel nauseous when I do stabilize in post, which what she's seeing is what I'm talking about, the image tearing and the image wavy. It's really weird. This water. The best way to stabilize a camera is to, there's a cheap way and an expensive way, of course. The cheap way is use, how do I explain it? Like techniques. Elbows to the thing, use that. Or use a cheek, take it like that. Or if you have a viewfinder, you can use that. But usually it's best if you have 3 points of contact, if you don't have anything else to use. Or, you can use a tripod, which I guess you can't vlog with a tripod, a big tripod. But the more expensive way is a gimbal. Gimbals range from a cheap $300 one all the way to like $1,500. If you're looking, not a plug or a sponsor, but Jasmine also, I'll get to that in a second. Wow, okay. We're at 20 minutes. Okay, no, we're not at 20 minutes here, but anyway, a gimbal is probably the best way to stabilize an image. Not a plug, or well, it's a plug, but not a sponsor. But Zhiyun, Zhiyun, they probably make the most budget friendly and usable gimbal stabilizers. The Zhiyun Crane 8, the V2 is a pretty good, like a $500 gimbal. But Jasmine also mentions that the G7X Mark II, which I actually have it up there. This camera. I swear, guys, I am not sponsored by Canon. Not sponsored, but I do like their cameras. G7X Mark II. She's saying that the image is much smoother on this camera than, say, any of these cameras here, the M mirrorless cameras, which is interesting because she's not the first one to say it, and there's been multiple people that said that the images that came out of her here, or the video that come out of the G7X Mark II, is actually smoother than any of these cameras, which, when I watch the footage back, I see it, but I don't see it, but sometimes it's better, sometimes it's not. But I do agree to a point where this stabilizes images much better than any of these three cameras. I don't know why. Let me see, what else do we have here? Yeah, I'm not... Besides stabilizing an image, it's... Jasmine's also saying that I should do a video, which is actually an interesting video, of different videos, but not saying what camera it came out of. That's a good one. I want to add that one to my list. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Okay, does anybody else have any questions before I move on? See, I talked about physical differences. Put the G7X back. Yeah, I gotta put the plug in all three cameras. There you go. I did mention that I am selling this M6 and to a local vlogger. Should be a video happening soon on that. IMS tuner, that is, I do agree with that. The ISO, the images from a Sony on the same ISO setting is better. I can't vouch for like the lower Sonys, but I know like the Sony A7Ss or the A7 series, it's great. I actually have a Sony A7S on the way. And I have a Sony HS80 to test soon, and an A6300. I'm probably gonna test it against this M5 because I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna get rid of this M6. Not because I don't like it; it's just because I have other opportunities with the M5 next. I was gonna think about giving the M100 away. I was waiting for a certain subscriber for the count for that, but we'll see. IMS Tuna also asked about a Sigma adapter to adapt to Canon lenses. I have to do some research on the adapters, but all the cinematographers that I know locally and have met, they use Metabones. I'll look into the Sigma ones though. I didn't know Sigma had one. And wow, I can't say this name. Charissa Sepidoza. I probably butchered that, sorry. But she asked, which is better for vlogging, the G7X or the M6? Well, as you can see on the video right here, let me turn on the G7X. There's a huge difference between these two cameras. So that honestly is the biggest thing between these two cameras is, do you want to take this with you? Or do you want to take this with you? The next biggest thing between these two cameras is, as you can see, hot shoe mount, no hot shoe mount. On the M6, you have a mic input, so you can plug for future video. This is a $25 Tac Star mic. It's a SGC598. I'm very impressed with this mic, but video coming soon. But M6 can take a external mic, and if you do a lot of vlogging, that might come in handy because a shotgun mic is directional, while the mics on the cameras are omnidirectional. So omnidirectional picks up sound everywhere. So you'll hear room noise, you'll hear reflections of your sound or echoes from your sound, while the shotgun is more directional. It just picks up what's in front of it. Let's see, mic. And the only other thing that I would say between these two cameras is, again, size. If you're just using these videos for vlogging, have a good night, Whiskey Fox. Thanks for joining. What was I going to? Oh, hi. Never mind. Whiskey Fox says hi. Good evening to you. But these two cameras, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, size for these two cameras. I mean, if you're just vlogging and uploading to YouTube, the G7X honestly is just what I would use. But if you have other bigger production things that you want to do, the M6. At least where I'm from, I'm in the Yorktown, Virginia area. Vlogging isn't so prominent around here, so carrying this with, this is not my normal mic. So this with that on it, maybe a vlogging tripod, it's kind of big and you get some weird looks. While this, no one really bats an eye, honestly. So if you had to choose between the two for vlogging, I can't make that the choice for you, but that's definitely up to you between those few issues. So mic input on M6 is the biggest benefit, and interchangeable lenses. You can buy new lenses, and the size. If you can live with the bigger size, do it. Buy this. If you can't live with the bigger size, then buy this. Yes, Whiskey Fox, you can adjust the mic input audio level on the M6. Actually, I'm not sure if you're the only one to ask that, because somebody asked me that too. That's on my list of making videos for, but I can do it real quick here on the live stream. So I'm trying to get a mic. I do have a mic. This is that $25 joint, Amazon. So let me plug this on. I'll leave all these links down below, my Amazon affiliate links for these things. But testing this, it's gonna be for a future video. This actually sounds really good compared to a $300 mic. This thing sounds phenomenal out of camera. This thing has a fuller sound, but you have to post-process it to sound like what you want. But after the post-processing, it kind of sounds like what this thing does. But anyway, okay, maybe you can see it on there. Okay. So, it's gonna be weird going backwards. If you press the menu option and scroll to camera, then tab 8. Go to sound recording, and if you have a mic on, the whole table's moving. You can see on the thing here, it says sound recording auto or manual. Yep, auto, manual, or disable. So you will go to manual, then scroll down, and it's the record level. So the goal for this is, let me turn this on. I'm gonna put this plus. This mic was a little interesting to work with. So check 1 2, check 1 2. See, I have it set. Okay, so let me bash Canon for a second. Canons have some really crappy preamps on these cameras, and it's kind of noisy. But then again, most sub $1,000 non-professional cameras have some bad preamps, so it's very hissy. So the goal is to bring the indicator here farthest down where the farthest down you can. The goal is to, if you're talking, so this is kind of interesting because a mic setup isn't universal. It depends, like with everything with sound. The goal is to hit -12. So in video, depending on what your output is, but generally, what was that? Huh, okay. Could have sworn I heard something. But yeah, I definitely heard like a CD-ROM open up, but all the computers are off. Ooh. Anyway, the goal for video is to shoot around for -12. So honestly, with this mic here, it has different gain settings. This has 0 and +10. If you have a Rode Video Mic Pro, you have -10, 0, and +20. Let me turn up to +10 on this mic. Check 1, 2. You can see the level went up a little bit. Let me turn down the level. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. So check. This is probably a good level, I would say. Maybe not. But let's bring it up a little. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. See, I'm peaking like almost -12. Check. You can find, if you're vlogging, find where -12 is, you know, close to peaking at. Check. This is actually a good level right here for this mic. And leave it up there, and when you're recording or vlogging, you can just up the levels of everything else in post. I hope that helped. I'll definitely do a video soon. Oh yeah. Oh, I'll just take this mic off. What will bite you is, let me press menu, is you take off the mic because you want to go low profile or smaller is, if you leave it on manual, it's going to be a bad day for your vlog. I mean, you can boost the levels of the internal recorded mics, but you're going to have to, like, depending on how low your indicator marker right here is, or your recording level is, you might have to boost like 15 to 20 dB. The reason why I know, because I had to do that on one of my earlier videos when I did the drone stuff. I didn't put it back to auto, and the sound was definitely off. Put it back to auto, check. Oh yeah. Since we're in here, wow, this is blurry as anything. So I do have something on the way. It's an HDMI to USB 3 or Thunderbolt, and I can put one of these, you know, better quality things on. But anyway, yeah, you have the wind filter and attenuator. The auto attenuator is nice to have for safety, and the wind filter, I honestly don't think it does anything. It does something, but it like attenuates the audio, which means it brings down the level low enough where you won't even hear the wind noise. Which I think I had that in one of the comparisons. I noticed it was really windy out, and I just lost the audio because it attenuated so much that you didn't hear anything. Yep. Anyway, what is next? Let me go through the stuff. IMS2 then said, forget the camera hobby, get back into your Miata. He's not wrong. Before I did a lot of videos and worked a million hours, I worked on the car a lot. I pretty much was always in the garage. I'll get back to it sooner or later. Gotta work the grind first. Let's see, make sure I didn't miss anybody. I don't know how bigger YouTubers do this, because like They probably have comments after comments. You just have to pick and choose, I guess. At least the click is small enough now where I can actually try to hit everybody. So the question is, on the M6 and the M100, the screen is partially blocked, allowing you to adjust some of the settings at the bottom. I think I get what he's trying to say. Oh, not allowing you to. That's actually true. I never thought about it until you said something. A lot of times when you're this way, you're trying to hit the junks, and you know, fat fingers right here. I mean, I really don't have fat fingers. I work with people that have bigger fingers than I do. Sometimes you really can't hit the buttons. Especially, I think it's worse on the M6. Okay, the M6 is worse than the M100. Because the M6 has a bigger screen. You can see my finger can fit there, but you can almost lose some of the things on the M6. Yeah, it's interesting how you mentioned that, and now I noticed it, because I find myself a lot doing this. If I need to change, say, the AF settings, I gotta do like this and change it. Yeah, it's definitely worse on the M6. No, yeah, I didn't even think about this. It was something that, you know, I worked around using the camera so long. So I guess you could, if you're trying to do it, you can move it this way. You can tilt it back, then touch it. So the original reason why I bought the M6 is because I thought, hey, it flips up. And that's great. It is great. Because I originally wanted to buy the M5, but then the M6 came in a little cheaper and it makes sense. So I picked up the M5. Flips down. Oh, it's great. I can use the mic on top of the hot shoe and use the screen. But boy, I tell you, when you're using a lens like this is not that bad. This is the 15 to 45 millimeter lens. It's small. So I'll show you guys. You can see like that. See? You probably point it down if you're vlogging like that. Oh, I can turn it on and show you. I'm a little slow sometimes. You can turn it down. Yeah, see? That isn't that bad. Okay. Let's take this junk off and put a bigger lens on. Say the 11 to 22 millimeter. You see where I'm going with this, right? Okay. At a good vlogging distance like this, you can see yourself, but, you know, you probably want to shoot like this. You probably shoot like this. I can't see my head. Yeah, I mean, I could do like this. I can tilt it up, but then again, my head is on the bottom third of the screen. So I guess you gotta win and you gotta lose some. I can show you guys. So this is like straight on to the camera. You can see I'm losing some of the screen. Most vloggers would point it down because that's just how we are. We look better pointed down an angle, and you lose some of the screen. At least you still have the screen. And oh dang, let me read some stuff. Yes, I do agree. The M5 is good, but does it justify an extra $100 or $200 over the M6? No, it does not. The only reason why I picked up this is because actually I highly like shooting photos with the mirrorless cameras. It's small, it's functional, it's different, and you can use the EVF, but even the electronic viewfinder is kind of laggy. It's not laggy to the point it's not usable, but it's definitely better in some situations. And the M5 has a bigger screen. But besides that, I don't think the EVF and a little bigger screen is worth the extra money. If you had to buy out of all three cameras and money was tight, this is a G7X. I would definitely go for the M6. The M6 is probably the best of all of them. Cost to benefit ratio. Okay, maybe the M6 M5 is $300 more than the M6. Hey. So people that are in here, if you're new to this channel, subscribe. Consider subscribing. You know, help me out. Goal is trying to get to 1,000, but you know, I don't think I'm gonna get by the end of the year. But it's all good, slowly and surely. And if you're a long time subscriber to this channel, thank you for your subscription and your loyal viewing, watching. Yeah. Okay. Blog on you. You know the whole thing about when you mentioned about the touching the things, I really didn't think about it until actually I thought about it every time I use the camera because I'm like, what the, I can't hit anything. But it doesn't bother me. I guess you get used to it. Now I'm gonna think about that. Still doesn't distract that it is a good camera. It's probably let me get some. So Frankie Grundler, he couldn't make the streams and he asked a question. Oh, I guess he already asked a question that I answered. Basically, what camera do I like best for vlogging, and which do you like best for in-house stationary videos? Going back to all three of them, if I had the choice to pick them, and money was you know, a factor, or you had a budget, the M6. It has everything you need. You know, for the extra $300, I would have thought they would have put a headphone monitor so you can monitor audio on the M5. That would have Jasmine said, keep up the good work. Love your videos. You'll surely get there. Oh, thank you. Saigonese. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, you're the Vietnamese guy that asked me if I was Vietnamese. Yeah, I'm Vietnamese, half Thai. But Saigonese TV is asking, which is the best compact camera can I buy with mic input and reasonable price? I have to give it to the M6. It's definitely the best one out of the bunch. It's cost effective because it's only, you can buy it for I think 700 or 600 body only, and you can buy what lenses you want. The M5 is kind of, it's a little up there for not too many benefits. EVF, you got the electronic viewfinder here and a bigger screen. That's pretty much the only difference between this camera and... Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the M5 is better placed internal mics. They put the mics in front of the camera instead of the top. On the M6, it's on the top, and the M5 is on the front, which makes a huge difference because it's even though it's still omnidirectional, it's still pointed towards the subject, and you're kind of getting a better audio. But then again, you have a mic input, so you can't do that. I'm thinking to myself, do I really want to keep this? Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna keep it for a while. But yeah, M6. You know, I really haven't sat down and thought about these questions until now. So which camera would I use for in-house stationary? Okay, so in-house stationary, I'm assuming that means like what we're doing right here. You're setting up a camera to vlog maybe in a studio environment, and all you have is $500. M5, well, okay, you're gonna need more than $500. Where I'm going with this is, the M5 doesn't have a mic input, but you can, this is a rig for another video coming soon. I'll use this rig to test this mic to a Rode Video Mic Pro, but you can combine this and sync audio with an external recorder, and that'll work if you're doing stationary stuff. But again, for stationary or studio-like stuff, the M6 works just fine. You know, the biggest caveat for Canon, which I think they're smart for not doing it, is putting 4K in their cameras, or in their sub-$1,000 cameras, or these little mirrorless cameras. But man, if they did like a Sony and put a 4K sensor and a 4K ability in these cameras, they will sell like hotcakes. Like a lot of YouTubers, big YouTubers, left Canon because they wanted 4K. They either went to Sony or they went to the GX45, which both those options are really nice. The Panasonic I'm not so fond of because it's a 4/3 size sensor, which is actually smaller than these APS-C sensors. But then the Sony don't have a flip-out screen. Yeah. When is Canon gonna make a entry-level 4K camera? Probably never. Let's be real. Your first 4K option is 50. No. It's a 5D Mark IV, which is. Does a 5D Mark III do 4K? Because that's like $2,500. I don't keep up with prices that much, but if it does, huh? Interesting. Oh yeah, 5D Mark IV. If that's the first 4K camera, that's a good $3,200. Then you can go to the 1DX Mark II, and that's like $5,200. Then you can go to a C300, which is a cinema camera, and that's like like 8, 9, 10,000. So Canon is definitely not giving 4K to the consumers. They're giving it to the prosumers and professionals, which it's a good validation because I'm not sure if Panasonic have the issue, but from what I've known, read, and heard people complain about is on the Sony side of 4K, there's overheating issues, which I'm sure Canon didn't want to get into those issues with these cameras. And honestly, who watches 4K on YouTube? Who watches 4K online? Not many people. Most of my videos, even when I offer the 4K option, they watch it at 720p or 1080p. Whiskey Fox also says Panasonic has better 5-axis image stabilization, but Sony has much better autofocus. That's true. I never thought about the Panasonic 5-axis image stabilization, but if you watch Casey Neistat's vlog, Casey Neistat? There you go, Neistat. I can't say it. Anyway, yeah, that Casey guy. He uses a GX5, and all of his vlogs are great. Hey Noah, oh yeah, Hey Noah asked in a previous video, does the M6 provide C-Log picture? Or can you install a program to offer you that? Sadly, no. Honestly, if somebody's gonna buy a camera at this price point, they're not really looking for a C-Log. C-Log is a picture profile. It's a color profile. We'll call it a color profile. I don't have much experience using C-Log, but it's basically a really flat image or a flat video coming out of this. So contrast is down, colors is down, but it's like a raw photo, but in the color world. So you can color grade that in post. I don't do any color grading on my videos. I just don't care for it or need it at this point in my life. But no, I haven't seen anything to give any of these mirrorless cameras C-Log, the picture profile. Unless Magic Lantern Magic Lantern, they make software you can put on cameras. I didn't see one for the 80D, but I shoot a lot of videos with the 5D Mark II, and there's a Magic Lantern software for that. Magic Lantern is a software you can put on the cameras, and it gives you a lot of features that the manufacturers don't intend you to have. Where am I at now? 51 minutes? Isn't that bad? As long as people are in the live chat, I'll probably stay for a little longer. M6 or Sony RX100? That was another question that I get asked a lot. Well, it depends. Do you want 4K? That's honestly the only question. Okay, so if I had to go back, the better question is Sony RX100 Mark V. Is it 5? I think so, 5. Or a G7X Mark II. If you had $1,000, the RX100 Mark V all day. If you had $600 or $700, I think it's going for like $649 right now. Maybe a little cheaper if you buy it used or something. Then you buy this. But if money wasn't a factor, the RX100 Mark V all day. But another question. G7X to the M100. The M100 is definitely a better deal. This is $500 right here. You get a 15 to 45 millimeter lens. And as I'm talking to you right now, this is for $500. Wow, this is $649 still. I haven't seen this go down. At least I saw this on a Best Buy ad. Hold up. Wow. Yeah. But the M100 is really a good buy. You cannot add a external mic, but it's definitely a lot of camera for what it is. You're basically getting a DSLR image quality and video quality out of a $500 camera. Okay. I ran out of questions. Let me do a once over to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I probably will. If I did, I'm not meaning to miss you. I just, missed you. Oh, okay, so is it Charissa? Carissa. Well, Charissa Cepedozar. That's an interesting name. I like that. G7X and M6 are both $799 Canadian right now at Best Buy. If that's the case, buy the M6. Oh God, buy the M6. It was the same price and you don't care about size, buy the M6. Why? I'll add more things. The G7X Canon, if you're listening, I know you probably watch some of my stuff or, see my tweets. The G7X is kind of dated. It definitely needs a revamp. It's a perfect vlogging camera, but it has its caveats. One of the things that I don't like about this camera is the autofocus in real world, like vlogging. Say I'm doing that, then something really close. Sometimes it does not focus fast enough. All three of these mirrorless cameras, M6, it focuses like this. I have no problems with focus on any of these cameras. But yes, if price are the same, I definitely go for the M6. It's definitely a better buy and a more future camera. Is that even a word? It'll last longer for sure because it's more up to date, and you get a bit of image quality. Tommy Ita. He asked, I totally butchered that username too, my bad. How about the M100 to the A5100? I can't comment on the Sony cameras, which I need to start learning more of. But let me look it up. Sony A50, okay. So this PC you see right here, this laptop, it's a Windows 10 10-inch. Yeah, it's a 10-inch screen laptop, and it has like 32 gigabytes of hard drive and like 2 gigabytes of RAM. Definitely wasn't the best buy, but it's functional. It's just a little slow. But anyway, it was like $150 for this little laptop. Oh, so the Sony A5100, I see it at Best Buy. Okay, let's see B&H. Let's do some more better. Let's try Best Buy. Best Buy sells it for $449. You know, Sony does have some cheap options. This is only $400, $449. I'm sure it shoots well. And if you're comparing it to the M100, that's up to you, honestly. I can't comment on quality difference, but if you're a brand snob and you kind of are loyal to whatever you want to, then choose the brand that you wish. The only thing that would set this apart is if... Okay, it doesn't look like the A5100 has a mic in. Canon should have really put a microphone in on the M100 and a hot shoe. I mean, you're only losing all the dials. Just having a microphone in and a hot shoe would have been really nice. And I could recommend this like all day long. The other camera that I want to try is a Canon SL2. It's a DSLR that runs for like $500 too. And supposedly that's, well, it's using the same sensor and pretty much under the hood as these three cameras, so it probably does the same thing. But I'll pick up one of those one day. Yeah, I can't comment on the A5100. Looks like a nice camera. Let me go back. I don't know. Okay, let me go through my... That might close this video. I'm almost at an hour, I think. Well, let me not close that out. Yeah, well, we're pretty much at an hour, guys. So, guys, if you're watching this after, well, it's way too late for me to say that. Okay, just, you know, if you're new, subscribe. Wow, that's cool. I'm looking at the iPhone behind me. That's what I'm live streaming on. Okay, guys, like this video. Subscribe if you haven't. If you're already a previous subscriber, thank you for sticking along. More videos are coming out. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, we're talking to you guys. Let me go over some videos that I have coming up. Oh, I can plug myself. So this thing, I'm not really doing a full-blown comparison to the Rode VideoMic Pro, but I'm gonna do a quick comparison, then just use this to vlog because, I mean, it's a $300 mic versus a $25 mic. This is very functional though. This thing. This is a Neewer CN160? Yeah, CN160 Neewer. I'll leave links to all this after the video and you can use my links if you wish. It'll help the channel out. But it's a Neewer CN160. It's a really good light. Let me turn it on. Oh yeah. Actually, you know what? Let me plug this light while... It's a really good light for $30. Let me turn off the ring light I have over here. Ooh. Oh yeah. Wow, this laptop puts out a lot of light. I saw a question or a comment come in. I'll read that after that. Oh, that's a cool light. Ooh, it's a very capable light. Okay, this is overkill. The thing's not even. It's all the way down, but yeah, it's a really good light. Anyway, let me turn on the camera. Okay, I'll just end the thing like this. But yeah, this newer CN 160, and another another subscriber also asked for this thing. This is a newer 18 18-inch LED ring light. If you've seen a previous video, if you go through, too bad I can't plug my videos in the little thing over there in live. But I picked up a Diva ring light, Nubella, and I'm gonna compare it with this thing. Honestly, this thing's probably more than good enough for most people. This is a really cheap light. It's like $80 compared to a $300 light, but yeah. Okay. What mirrorless videos I have left? Let me turn on the light. I'm kind of dwindling down on the videos I can show you guys because, like, I don't know what else to shoot for these videos, for these cameras, but I have to venture off into getting some Sony cameras. I found a place, do y'all know, maybe? The few people that are left in here? Have you tried a place called lensrentals.com? Because I think I can rent lenses and rent bodies. I figured I can rent a body and just try it out. Might add up real quick for having to send the body back and you lose all that money, but yeah, for the channel. Let me log in and see my notes. Okay, this is slow. It's not happening. So my next video, I don't think I'm gonna do it, but the M6 versus the M5, because honestly the cameras are really alike. The next few videos that's coming out is the M6 low light and the M100 low light. I didn't do those yet. There was a lot of interest for operations of the camera, so I'm gonna do some operation, like how to use the menus and all that. Those are coming out soon. Yeah, I'm sure I have more video ideas. If you have any video ideas, just leave them in the comments below. Help me out. Let me know what you want to see. Yeah, that's all I have, guys. Subscribe, like, share this video, share my channel, let people know. Oh, before I leave, one more thing. Remember back in the day, Jackie Chan Adventures? That's probably my age, but yeah. Jackie Chan Adventure. One more thing. I was thinking, this is probably really early in the stage of the channel, but my saying, oh yeah. Maybe some shirt designs, oh yeah, with the logo. What do you guys think? Leave them in the comments below, let me know. Probably will break even on those, but oh well. That'd be kind of cool. Get the branding name out there. Anyway, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace out. Oh God. Let me turn this off. Ah! Oh, snap.